Hey guys, this is Evan, and this is Cents or Sense, and today I'm coming to you to help you save some cents. I am wanting to talk to you guys about one of my favorite points redemption sites to get free flights using credit card reward points. That's POINTHOUnd, which you can see on my screen here, and what I want to do today is I kind of want to walk you through POINTHOUnd, why I've used it, why I think it's one of the best out there. I think it's probably the best free tool that you can use out there on the market right now. I'd like to hear your comments and what you guys use, and we can maybe compare. I also use Seats.aero, but it's a paid service that I've used for quite a while, and it's a little bit more specific. You've got to know more specifics about your flight and how to use it. It's a little bit more of like an advanced search engine that you have to input a lot of data into. But POINTHOUnd I found to be pretty easy to use. And what I want to do is towards the end of this video, I want you to stick around, because at that point I'm going to tell you a little bit how I managed to book a aspirational business class flight from my family and myself to go to a very far away place, which I'll reveal towards the end of the conversation today. But here's the home page. You can see here you can book flights up here. There are 3 different options. There are the options of standard flight search, which is basically what I did to find my aspirational flight. There's top flight deals, which is kind of a curated mix of different flights that you can type in a destination or where you're departing from, and it will bring up a bunch of different flights and the points associated with that and how to book it, which is really convenient if you need some ideas on where you want to go and you have, like, say, a home airport and you don't really know what the best redemption options are. So that's really good. We can get into that. That gets a little bit more complicated as far as just going through the whole procedure, but I'll show you a little bit of that here in a minute. And then you have flight alerts, which you can set for specific routes and times and dates that you can have them email you when you're looking for a specific flight, which is very convenient. A lot of other services, including Seats.aero, allow you to do that, but they oftentimes charge you either a monthly rate or they limit you to the number of different flights that you can follow and or get alerts for. So scrolling down here, I wanted to take a look at some of the advantages of POINTHOUnd. So this is one of the things that's unique to POINTHOUnd, is that you can maximize your rewards, minimize your stress, is what they say. We're offering free one-to-one point sessions with 2 of our founders to get you to the maximize your points earnings. No fluff, no sales pitch. This is very interesting. They're basically offering a one-on-one tutorial for you to walk you through, similarly to what I'm doing today, but utilizing their technology that they're intimately familiar with to show you how to use this. And it obviously benefits them if you use their site. They're getting paid by advertisers as well as other organizations. But this is really cool that they're offering this for free. Another thing is when they pull up the points, they'll also show you what the retail cost of that flight is. So if you're using 50,000 points for a $2,500 retail ticket, then you're getting essentially 5 cents per point, and so that gives you a green. If it's 1 to 2 cents per point, it's going to be in yellow. May mean that it's a decent redemption. You know, if you can't find anything else, then that may be better to do that than to spend cash on it. And then red, which is less than 1 cent per point, and that means you should probably either pay cash for it or you can use another means to be able to get where you want to go. So a couple of the other things, this is the reason why they said they started this website, is that they wanted free flights for free. In other words, they don't want to charge you to search for them, like Seats.aero and other places. Spend less time hunting for the perfect flight. It is a pretty convenient, easy to use search engine, so I could agree with that. Business and first class are less expensive with points. There's no doubt about that. I've booked many $10,000 plus flights with 75 to 125,000 points, and so I'm getting great value. Credit card portals don't give good points redemptions. That's true. A lot of credit card portals give you at best, 1.5 cents per point, and that's generally if you have a certain card that is, exceptionally, that you're paying a huge annual fee for. So, and then to make embracing new experiences more accessible, for sure, they want to get people out there and travel and see different things and bring them back to their website. And then points outweigh cash back when redeemed wisely. There's no doubt about that. Most cash back is, can be up to about 5% on average, but usually ranges between 1 and 2%. And you're getting cash back, which has its own use. But with points, you can get anywhere between, say, 1 and 3, 4, even 5 points. And then you can redeem it for 4, 5, 6, 7 cents per point, or even more on some really long haul business class flights. And you're getting tremendous value for them. So what I want to show you here is I want to go up here and I want to show you, first of all, underneath their top flight deals. So I live in Dallas. So what I did is I type in DFW, and let's say I wanted to go somewhere next July. So I'm going to type in July 17th, and I want to return on the 31st. Select, and let's just leave it one traveler, and let's select business and first class only, and it's going to bring up a bunch of different deals here. Let's give it a second. So obviously from Dallas, a lot of the cheaper deals go to Mexico, places like that. You can get to Mexico for 15,000 points plus $57. The nice thing about this is this is what I like about POINTHOUND. Okay, you can click on the actual flight redemption. It will tell you what airline it is. It will tell you it's nonstop, the time, everything you're used to seeing when you do this kind of stuff. But then you can pull up all the context of when it leaves, when it arrives. Then you can, and it talks about the different ways that you can transfer points from, say, Bilt to Alaska mileage plan and to utilize 15,000 points. Or you can transfer from Marriott to Alaska for 45,000 points. Or you can book directly with Alaska mileage plan for 15,000 points. So it's really convenient how they have this laid out here to be able to do that. Obviously, understanding how to accumulate points on these three ways is something beyond the context of this video, but I wanted to show you how they do this on POINTHOUND.com. So let's say you want to go somewhere a little bit more exotic. See, over here you can say, I want to go somewhere I want to go to Asia. So you can unclick all of these and just leave Asia up here. And then you effectively can look at all the different redemptions that you have to Asia. And here we go. So here's the DFW to Tokyo. And we're going to click on it, and it says that this particular flight is a flight that takes you, wow, that's not convenient, takes you from Dallas to Boston and then over to Tokyo. That's a long flight and a long layover. But for example purposes, you can see here that you can book it for 60,000 American Airlines points. If you don't have that, you can use Marriott. There's some other ways you can book through British Airways to book basically American Airlines. That's, again, a more advanced topic, but I'm just showing you how POINTHOUND kind of brings up all these different options for you. It allows you to narrow down everything. It allows you to pick a flight. It allows you to pick a location. You can load more deals. And it's great. It's easy to use, and it's pretty straightforward. What I want to do now is I want to get into what I did to actually book an aspirational flight. I told you I booked a flight for my family and I next July, and that location is Fiji. So Fiji is very, very far away from Dallas. It's very hard to get to. It usually lose 2 days there or 2 days there because the date line is over there. And on top of that, you have a situation where you have flights that are incredibly difficult to get. So I want to go ahead and show you how I booked this. So what I did was I went in here and I selected a date in July. This is not my date that I went because there's no longer availability in July. But what I wanted to do is just show you another date that has availability and show you how easy it is. So Thursday, July 24th of 2025. One traveler, business and first class. You fetch the deal and off it goes. And this is similar. This is basically the same deal that I booked just a few days earlier on Fiji Airways for 75,000 points through Alaska Air. And it's Dallas to Fiji direct, It is a long flight, 13 hours and 10 minutes. And you can book directly for 75,000 points on Alaska. That's what it says here, down here. You can transfer from Bilt to Alaska, 75,000 points. Or if you don't have Alaska miles, this is what a cool option is. It tells you can use thank you points, American Express membership rewards points, and transfer them to Qantas. So you have to have a Qantas frequent flyer account. And if you right now, Capital One has a transfer bonus until September 1st. It even tells you that. That's really useful. So it's a 20% transfer bonus, knocking the price down from 94,000 points to 79,000 points. So this is how I booked my family one way to Fiji earlier this month. I spent 225,000 points for all three of us on Alaska Miles, using Alaska Miles. There are other ways to do this that POINTHOUND doesn't get into. It's more complex. That's kind of what Seats.aero gets into. But this is how you do it on POINTHOUND. And the cool thing is you can just literally click here and it will take you to Alaska Airlines right to the page where you can book it. There it is. It's on Alaska Airlines. There's the 2 seats are left at 75,000 miles. And that's how you can do it. It's real simple. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'll bring more information about POINTHOUND, and I'm going to make a video about Seats.aero in the near future. And I'll help you guys make a lot more sense and save a lot of sense in the future on airline redemptions like this. I appreciate it. Smash that like button if you like this. Leave a comment below about your favorite search engine for points redemptions. And I hope you guys tune back in. Thanks for all your support.